They say that time is a healer, but in the movement for equality, time has become a thief. We stand here on March 8th, 2026. If we look back exactly 115 years to the first International Women's Day in 1911, the women then were asking for the same things many are asking for today. The right to work, the right to vote, the right to hold office, and the end of discrimination. If those women could see us now, in this era of satellites, constellations, and genetic editing, they would be amazed by our technology, but they would be heartbroken by our sociology. They would ask us, why is the heart of the world still out of sync with its mind? Today is not just a date on a calendar, it is a moment of reckoning. The theme, Give to Gain, is not a polite request for a donation. It is a fundamental restructuring of how we value the human race. For too long, the world has operated on the myth of scarcity, the idea that if a woman gains a right, a man must lose one, that if a woman takes a seat at the boardroom table, someone else is being pushed off. This is the lie that has stalled progress for 286 years. 2026 is the year we bury that lie. We are here to talk about multiplication, not subtraction. When we give to gain, we are acknowledging a universal truth. A bird cannot fly with only one wing. A society cannot reach the stars when half of its brains are kept on the ground. When we give a woman the right to her own health, her own property, and her own safety, we don't lose anything. We gain a world that is twice as smart, twice as resilient, and twice as likely to survive the challenges of this century. Let's talk about the frontiers. Just last month, UNESCO reminded us that women still represent less than 1/3 of the world's researchers. In a world driven by science, technology, engineering, and maths, this is not just a gender gap, it's a knowledge vacuum. Think about artificial intelligence. AI is the new fire of our generation. It will decide who gets a loan, who gets a job, and how medicine is practiced. But if the hands that code the AI are only male, the fire will only warm half the house. We need women in the labs of 2026 to ensure that the future has a heartbeat. We need women in cybersecurity because digital trust cannot be built on an exclusionary foundation. We need the vision to impact where a girl in a classroom today isn't just using an app, but writing the code that solves the climate crisis of tomorrow. Beyond the labs, let's look at the marketplace. Women are the world's greatest untapped economic resource. Across the globe, women-owned businesses are often the most innovative, yet they receive just a fraction of the venture capital. In 2026, we are calling for a new giving. Give the funding, give the mentorship, give the market access. Why? Because when a woman becomes an entrepreneur, she doesn't just buy a luxury car, she hires other women, she pays for her children's education, she invests in her local clinic. This is the gain. This is the dividend of equality. If we close the labor force gender gap today, the global GDP could increase by trillions of dollars. Equality isn't just a moral imperative. It's honestly the greatest economic stimulus package the world has ever seen. But we cannot talk about giving without talking about what has been taken. We must speak for the 12 million girls who, even today, will have their childhoods exchanged for a marriage certificate. We must speak for the women in conflict zones who are using their bodies as shields for their children. We must speak for the invisible million, the women who do the $2.5 trillion worth of unpaid care work every single year. To those women, I want to say, your labor has built the world. Your silence has been the world's comfort. But your silence is over. The UN's call for rights, justice, action is for you. It is for the woman who works 12 hours in a field and comes home to work 6 more for no pay. Justice means recognizing that women's work is the work that keeps humanity alive. Action means building systems that support her, protect her, and finally pay her. So, I have a question for everyone listening. What are you prepared to give? Because give to gain is a personal contract. If you are a leader, give your platform to a woman who hasn't been heard. If you are a man, give your allyship. Stand up in the rooms where we aren't present and demand to know why. If you are a consumer, give your support to women-owned brands. If you are a parent, give your daughter the audacity to believe she can lead, and give your son the wisdom to know that his strength is measured by how he supports equality, not how he enforces dominance. We are not just marking a day. We are launching a decade where 64% of rights is seen as a badge of shame, and 100% is the only acceptable number. I want you to close your eyes for just a second. Imagine a world where a girl's birth is celebrated with the same roar of joy as a boy's. Imagine a courtroom where the law is truly blind to gender, but wide-eyed to justice. Imagine a laboratory where the next world-changing discovery is made by a woman who was almost told she wasn't good at math. That world is not 286 years away. It is sitting in this room. It is pulsing in our veins. It is waiting for us to have the courage to reach out and grab it. The story of women's struggle belongs to all of us. As we leave here today, let us not just carry a slogan. Let us carry a commitment. We will give our voices. We will give our resources. We will give our action. And what will we gain? We will gain our humanity. Happy International Women's Day 2026. Let's make it the last one where we have to ask for what is already ours.